The Varsity Sports Show and the National Youth Football and Cheer Association proudly present NYFCA TV. Every Saturday morning at 10, the Varsity Sports Show's Vince DeLizio and NYFCA Commissioner Jason Hirsch bring you the best of Arizona youth football, including previews and highlights. Then at 10:30, catch the football game of the week with Arizona's top players up to age 14. Join Vince, Jason, and friends every Saturday morning from Mavericks in Scottsdale on NYFCA TV.
Welcome to the Jaguar Nation. The Varsity Sports Show is proud to partner up with Canyon View High School in the West Valley to be the voice of Jaguar athletics. Tune in on Saturdays to hear the Jaguar Nation, featuring coaches, students, and staff between 9 and 10 a.m. on AM 1060 KDUS, and subscribe to the Varsity Sports Show YouTube channel to get free exclusive coverage of Canyon View sporting events. Welcome to the Jaguar Nation.
Jack it up.
Check out KDUS AM 1060 on 100.7 KSLX HD2. That's right, HD radio on 100.7 channel number 2.
Welcome to the Jaguar Nation on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona. The Varsity Sports Show. Welcome back to the Jaguar Nation here on the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS. And we are joined by a good friend of mine. Again, as I said at the onset of the show, I am rich with friendships. Unfortunate for that. But a good friend of mine, Derek Diesner, fellow broadcaster and play-by-play man for the Canyon View Jaguar baseball team. Derek, how you doing, sir?
Vince, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. Hey, what a win. Wow. To kick it off with a big win against a big school, Sunrise Mountain. Tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll bring on Coach Swanson here.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Really had that playoff-like atmosphere on Thursday night out at Canyon View High School. You had two top 5 teams in 5A squaring off against one another, and it definitely lived up to its billing on Thursday evening. Canyon View Jaguars protected their home field and got a big victory against Sunrise Mountain, and got another win last night to cap off another 3-0 week. So good to see for the Jaguars.
We are joined by Jaguars head baseball coach, Nick Swanson. Good morning, Coach Swanson. How are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, Vince. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, Coach. Before we get into the exciting week on the field for your team, one thing I wanted to talk with you about, and I know you're very passionate about, is the Unified Sports Program that you run out at Canyon View High School. And you have a couple of you have a team manager and a unified athlete that really helps out with your team. And if you could just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we run a nationally recognized unified sports program. We're considered a champion school through Special Olympics. And really the two gentlemen I want to recognize are baseball team manager and unified athlete Nicholas Watson. He's an incredible young man and brings the energy into our dugout every single game. And our unified co-president, Isaiah Cosme, and he's also one of our biggest fans. In fact, he has a visual impairment. And Derek, you were kind enough to let Isaiah sit next to you at the baseball game the other night. And because he can't see the game, he was able to listen to the play-by-play. And the next day at school, he was so wound up, it took me an hour to settle him down because he was so excited to tell me about the time that he spent with you at the game when we played Sunrise Mountain. So, thank you for that, Derek. We appreciate that.
Well, I really enjoyed getting to know Isaiah and sit next to him and bring the game to him. And I look forward to working with him here in the upcoming games. And I know this coming week we'll be back out at Canyon View. We have Canyon View softball game to bring all the fans on Thursday night. And then we'll be back with your baseball team on Friday night for their game against Verado. But now let's talk about the team and how they're doing. You're sitting at 9-2 overall, 3-1 in 5A play. You're ranked 4th in 5A. And what a week you had. You get a win at Lake Havasu. Obviously, the big win that we were at on Thursday against Sunrise Mountain. And then a tough matchup last night, but you get that road win at Valley Vista. Going into this week, if I told you you were going to go 3-0, would you have believed me?
You know what? I'm not surprised. Just we're playing so well. Whenever a pitcher misses in or misses out over the plate, we are not letting mistakes go by. We're making pitchers absolutely pay, and we're talking really good high school pitchers. We're doing a good job of handling good high school pitchers. In our last 6 games, we're 6-0. We've outscored our opponents 70-17, and again, high school baseball offense comes and goes, and pitching and defense are really your keys to success. But we've sustained a really high level in the batter's box for an extended amount of time. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
And Coach, I know we have your pitcher, Connor Madison, who will be set to join us here shortly. But I know that as a coach, you never look ahead. It's always on to the next game, on to the next game. But I'm excited because I can actually ask you about this next game, because this is a big matchup. And I know this is probably one you had circled on your calendar, a rematch on Monday at home against Sunny Slope. You fell to Sunny Slope earlier this season on the road. What makes this team so tough?
So Sunny Slope is very offensive and very well coached. Jeff Shillington, again, does a great job with them. They lack a little bit of depth on the mound, and hopefully that's where we can expose them. But that last game we played there was really bizarre. We were down 10-1. They were going to 10-run us in the 5th inning. And then we came back and scored 8 runs, and we were down 10-9, and we're really one play away from, tying that game and extending that game. And it didn't happen, but, we've learned more in our 2 losses than we have in all of our wins combined this year. We've learned that, we don't have any quit in us, that we're never out of a game, and really we can put things on the next guy with the outward focus that we have in our dugout.
Coach Nick Swanson, Canyon View High School head baseball coach. Coach Swanson, congratulations on the win. Thank you for joining us, and we'll circle back with you real soon. Take care, Coach.
Thank you, guys. All righty.
All right. Now we're going to bring on his pitcher, sophomore, and he's already committed to Long Beach State. Wow. Sophomore Connor Madison. Connor, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, man. You're joined by I'm Vince, and this is Derek. Take it away, Derek.
Connor, what a showing on Thursday night on the mound. You faced the number 2 team in 5A, Sunrise Mountain. And looking at your pitching line from the other night, it was fantastic. But I know in that first inning, they kind of were able to jump on you, and then you settled in. What went on in that first inning? Was it nerves, or were they just attacking early?
In that first inning, I would say to their leadoff batter, I got him to 1-2, or I think it was maybe 2-2. And then my coach called a changeup, and I honestly would have called the same thing, and I left it right over the plate, and he hit it out of the park, and it was a good swing by him.
So, looking at your stats from the other night, 6 innings on the mound, you allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And then at the plate, you go 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a walk, a couple RBIs, a couple runs scored. You really were able to do it all for your team. I have to ask you, do you have a preference? Do you enjoy being a batter more, or do you enjoy being a pitcher?
My love is definitely pitching, and that's where I definitely want to go. Like when I go off to college and more. But even as a young kid, I've loved hitting. I've loved running the bases. I've loved swinging the bat, and I never want to stop hitting just because I pitch.
So it sounds like when you go to Long Beach State that you'll be kind of committing to that pitching side and going there to be a pitcher for them. But, you look at Major League Baseball right now, you have Shohei Ohtani, who's a great 2-way player. Is that a guy you look at and try to emulate? Because he can do it both just like you.
Yes, for sure. I look at him and I think like he's gonna be in the middle of the order, bat second for the Angels, and be their ace starter. And my goal when I go off to Long Beach is that when I pitch, I want to hit for myself. I don't want to get DH for or hit for as a pitcher. I want to be able to hit for myself every time I'm pitching. So that's one of my goals for sure.
Looking at your pitching stats this season, you're now a perfect 4-0 on the mound, an ERA at 1.27. And what really sticks out to me is 38 strikeouts on the year and only 3 walks. How have you worked on your control of that strike zone? Because those are fantastic numbers that you've only had given up 3 walks all season.
This season in particular, me and my team and my coaches have really focused on my control because I have the velo there. I have the stuff. It's just always been the control that's always held me back from being where I could be. So my pitching coach and I really focused on slowing it down and being able to get ahead in the counts and then being able to ramp it up late in the counts so I can get that strikeout pitch or get the inning to end quicker.
So, Connor, we were talking to your coach about the upcoming week, and you have 3 games upcoming, a rematch on Monday against Sunny Slope. You're at Castile on Thursday, and then Friday you're hosting Verado, and we'll be back with you to broadcast that game on Friday. But I got to ask, are you getting the ball on Monday against Sunny Slope?
I am not sure. I'm not sure about the whole details yet. I'll have to talk to Coach Swanson and find out.
All right.
Thanks, Connor. So Connor Madison, sophomore pitcher for the Canyon View Jags here on the Jag Nation. Thanks again to Coach Nick Swanson joining us for the Jag Nation Report. Derek Diesner. Derek, nice job, my friend. You're like a walking baseball almanac, for gosh sakes.
It's a great sport, and this Canyon View Jaguar team is fantastic and excited for this week for both Jaguar softball and baseball. 2 elite teams, and can't wait to watch them both.